I don't have anything to talk about today, so.
And I'll pull up what I had for last week.
Other than PJ pants. Motherfucking PJ pants. Cheers, fucker.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martelle, and with me always is Randy. What up, Randy?
What's up, man?
I'm recording.
You sure?
Red light's on.
All right.
It's right in front
We're
of
in
me.
the red light district.
It's right in front of me, so I'm making sure.
We had some beautiful weather one day this week.
Not really.
65 and sunny in January.
Yeah.
That's pretty good for Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
I mean, it was really wet outside, and you really couldn't go out and do anything.
It wasn't wet.
Yeah, it was.
Not here. Or not where I was.
It's always wet here.
Hey now. It's moist.
Sure.
Moist.
Sure.
Sure. Than an oyster. Sure. Good pop.
Yeah, that's good.
Good
I like
bottle
that.
pop.
Yeah. That's a bottle of Booker's.
Booker T. Washington.
Wrong, as usual. No, it's just Booker's. It is the which one is this?
I don't know. It's
I
in your
can't
hand.
remember. I know.
And it's your bottle.
It's Pinkies Batch. That's what it's called.
Pinkies Batch?
Yes, they always do Booker in quarter. I believe they do them in quarterly releases, and they all have a name. So this is Pinkies Batch, and we're gonna see if Pinkies Batch is as good as what I had down in Kentucky on the Bourbon Blitz.
When you went down on with the bourbon hunters, right?
Yeah, when I invited myself to go, according to you. But we'll let that sit for a minute. Yeah, so I got nothing. Really don't have anything today. I'm kind of irritated. Shopping for a dog is worse than shopping for a fucking car.
Well, when you want a very particular mixed breed, yes.
Well,
If you just want to go to the shelter and find one that you seem to get along with, it's not that hard.
Well, there's parameters around that. It's not just going to the shelter and finding one you mesh with.
Not
I want
these days.
one. I don't want a pit bull, and 3/4 of every animal in a shelter is a pit bull of some mix, which is fine. I don't have anything against pit bulls. I just don't want a pit bull. Or they're unknown. Take a guess at what the breed is.
Yeah, mutts.
Which is fine. A mutt. I don't have anything against mutts either. That's all I've pretty much ever owned. But it's just like I want this round. I want a smaller dog, preferably that doesn't shed much, that I can just take with me places, like a Yorkie or a Maltese.
You need one like Wishbone
Or
that tells stories. What's the story,
I have
Wishbone?
no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
You never watched Wishbone as a kid? The little dog?
Let me. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm sorry you live in such an impoverished city that you didn't get anything more than one channel.
No, we got a bunch of channels. I mean, I grew up
Jeez.
on He-Man and Voltron and Scooby-Doo and the Shirt Tails and the Snorks.
I love the Snorks. Shirt tails are okay too, but I love the Snorks.
Was Wishbone like some stupid, like, real-life show?
I guess. It wasn't like a real life show.
Hold on. You're telling me that I missed out on something and I asked you about it. You're like, I guess.
Well, you asked me a very weird question.
Was it a cartoon or was it an actual
it was
dog?
an actual dog. Is that what you meant by real life? If
Yeah.
so, then yes. He was a real life dog.
Okay.
And he would dress up
He
as
wasn't
different characters.
Scooby-Doo.
No.
Um,
Just Google him.
I am.
I mean, I can't see. The TV's not on, but
No, it will be here in a minute. I'm already
you're already getting
prepped.
to it. I just assumed everybody our age had seen it, like at least knew of him. I didn't watch it a ton, but Kevin did, I believe. But it was this little dog that did backflips, and they told stories like, so if they're telling the story of Robin Hood, that he would be dressed like Robin Hood. There he is. Hey, and there's Robin Hood.
Okay. I haven't even clicked on anything yet. This is fucking gay.
I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I'm just surprised you haven't heard of him.
I've seen this dog. I did not know its name. I had never watched an episode of this. And it was on from 95 to 98.
Yeah.
I was too busy jerking off and looking for women at that point. I was 15.
I was 12 to 15.
I was at the peak of puberty playing with myself constantly. I didn't watch TV. I rode around in cars with hot chicks and fat kids.
Just living the dream.
That's all there is to do in Toronto.
Yeah, I guess I was about 12 when Wishbone was on.
Yeah. That makes sense that you were watching that.
So I didn't watch it a lot, but I knew the show. I knew of it. I'm just surprised you'd never heard of it.
Didn't know the name. See, I've seen the dog, but
well, anyway, that's the kind of dog you need. Plus,
that's a Jack Russell Terrier.
Yeah,
and they are hyper as fuck.
He was pretty well trained apparently. He had his own TV show. That's more than either of us could say.
It's called Trained. I'm untrained.
I'm an untrained actor.
That's right.
Oh, anyway, so you're shopping for a dog and you can't find the one you want.
So we got a lead on a Yorkie, and I would do a Yorkie.
You would do a Yorkie?
Fuck yeah, I would.
Hey,
I mean,
living fleshlight,
bestiality at its finest.
Oh, gross.
No, I would.
Welcome
I would
to the
totally.
Buckhorn Podcast.
I would totally purchase a Yorkie.
Station.
And I'm gonna have to take that whole piece out you just said. I don't want that on the air.
That's fine.
No, it's not.
I don't care.
You should. I'm gonna just
mark it down. So, what's the Yorkie? I don't remember what a Yorkie. I don't know all the dog breeds.
So Yorkies they're small.
They're
little
kind of longer
terriers.
hair, right?
They can, yeah. They have longer. They're usually known to have super long hair, but no one ever
lets it get that long.
That
one with the pink scarf thing. That's what I was imagining.
Yeah, that's a Yorkie. That's a Yorkie. So they're just.
So I do know.
They come in like blonde or gray, brown and black. Typically, if you let their hair grow out, they get like a long, silky hair, and that's usually how you see them at dog shows.
Don't watch dog shows, but
I watch the dog show every year. It's right after the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Wishbone's gay, but you watch the dog show.
Dog shows are awesome.
No, they're not. They're so boring. Those are the same type of people that put sweaters on their dogs and call them their babies.
You don't think if I got a fucking Yorkie, I'm dressing that motherfucker up every day. It's gonna wear this. We're gonna dress alike.
Oh man, I'm gonna judge you so hard.
I don't give a fuck. I'll judge myself. Judge myself for being awesome.
We're gonna dress alike.
I'm not gonna call it my fucking fur baby. That's stupid. This is my fur baby. His name is Coco. But we got a lead on a Yorkie, and apparently we were told that the Yorkie was surrendered to a trainer. And one of Liz's friend's daughters works for a dog trainer. Well, they didn't want the dog. They bought this dog, and they didn't want the dog, and they paid for training, and they didn't want the dog, so they surrendered to the trainer is what we were told. Reality is they decided they didn't want the dog anymore and found somebody else
to take it.
To take the dog. And
I mean, at least they didn't like kill it and throw it in a river.
No, but my offer, they were like, well, how much would you offer for the dog? I'm like, $300. Like,
yeah, you got it for free.
Like they were, basically. I mean, that's the way we understood it, and it ended up being the case that the owners were actually looking for somebody else
to buy it,
and someone bought the dog for half the price of what they spent. So I'm like, oh, fuck that.
Yeah,
not doing that shit. I don't play games. I just want a goddamn dog.
Just go find one.
I thought about going to somebody's house and like taking it out of their yard.
Yeah, it's way easier. Just go open the gate and it'll run out.
Sometimes.
Like, come on, if you got a steak or something, it'll follow you.
See, but I just want a puppy. I want a little, like this little puppy. Super duper fucking adorable.
So they don't shed even with the long hair?
All dogs shed. Whether someone says they're hypoallergenic or not, all dogs fucking shed.
Yeah.
Some dogs shed less than other dogs. And Yorkies and Maltese and Bichons, their fur is more like human hair than fur.
I know our toy poodle, he shed, but not a lot.
Well, same thing. Toy
But
poodle
he was
is
hypoallergenic. That just means it's not going to bother your allergies as much.
yeah. All dogs have dander, so and they all shed. But yeah, I was totally looking forward to going and picking up a Yorkie today, and that wasn't that just didn't happen. So I'm still on a list for.
Somebody's really out there trying to flip a dog.
That's all breeders do.
Oh man!
All they're doing is they're like, oh look, I put these two dogs together and they fucked, and now we have babies,
Now
and I want
you owe me a lot of
$3,000.
money.
I want $3,000 a dog.
Jeez.
Kiss my ass. Anyhow, enough of that shit. Did you give this Booker's Pinkies Batch a sniff?
Haven't. Nope. You said we're going to let it sit. I've let it sit. I haven't sniffed it. Haven't touched it.
No, you can.
Haven't licked it.
I gave it a little snifferoo. It was good.
Man, my
Smells
nose.
good.
I'm so stuffed up today. Smells really good.
It smells caramely and sweet. A little bit of baking spice.
Smells almost as good as Brothers Bond.
Was that shit we had last week?
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I tried it with a little with Coke and a little with Orange Crush, and it was worse with them than it was neat. It's like this isn't going to work.
It wasn't good.
No, it wasn't the worst I've had.
No,
but
it wasn't.
Definitely wasn't.
It definitely wasn't. It wasn't B-Mate Star Kentucky Tavern, but I mean,
It's a no buyer.
It's a quick follow up to that. So I almost told you to bring it, and I was going to try to make honeysuckle old fashioned.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to ruin the old fashioned.
Yeah, I would have been like, it's not going to work, dude. Because I've tried mixing it even with Coke, which any whiskey should mix okay with Coke.
It shouldn't ruin it.
And I tasted it, and I was like, this is not good.
Yeah.
I didn't even finish it. It's just like,
So have you learned your lesson yet?
yeah. Well, it's something new, so no. If I see something new and interesting,
That didn't look
may.
interesting though.
it did once you read the label. You guys didn't really read the label, and I didn't know the
don't
story
read
behind
labels.
it. But
So what's the story behind it?
we talked about it last week.
I know, but we're talking about it now.
Oh, it's just the label is really cool, but once I googled it, it's just a MGP. MGP?
MGP, yeah.
Yeah. That two actors picked out and did really good marketing. It's like the
so
kiss of bourbon.
That's where
It is 4 years, but it's mixed. You don't know really where it came from.
But I think that's where you lost me on it when you said two actors came up with this.
Yeah, but I didn't know that when I bought it. So if you say, did I learn my lesson? I mean,
So you're
if I see something I haven't tried and it's not too expensive,
like 5-1
I'm okay with that.
on bringing shit here.
I'm okay with that.
One
Well,
being good.
I know you meant 1 and 5, but I
Either way.
I fully understood what
Yeah.
you meant. But I also pick up things like Twisted Tea, not expecting it to be.
Oh, I'm not including Twisted Tea. Actually, you're more like 3 to 3 and 4. 4 and 3, whatever the fuck it
I'll
is.
say I brought a few good ones. That Nelson's Brothers was really
Nelson's
good.
Brothers, both and both Junction 35s.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and the Jim
Righteous.
Beam, that barrel proof Jim Beam or whatever.
Oh yeah, I
so,
forgot about that.
So
one.
maybe you're 4 and 4.
Okay.
So
Well,
you're
not too bad.
50%.
I'm like the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah,
I win half my
you might
games,
be a
lose
little-
half of them.
You may be a little better than the Cleveland Browns.
Maybe. Yeah, no, it just wasn't good.
That was not.
This Booker smells really good.
I'm getting cinnamon, baking spice, caramel, something like a sweet fruit.
I will say this smells sweeter to me. I definitely get the caramel. I don't know about the cinnamon, but I'm really stuffed up right now.
I get the
Like,
cinnamon
I
on the it's right at the end of it, like as I'm pulling the glass away.
I smell more of a cinnamon sugar kind of thing, but
I mean,
potato, tomato, yes.
sweet cinnamon.
Reminds me of the making toast and putting cinnamon sugar on it.
Oh yeah, I still do that today.
I haven't in a long time, but that sounds really good now that I mentioned it.
So I did find, because I really don't have anything to talk about today, and you said you got some stuff, but I did find, and I fucking hate Fireball. I don't know that I've mentioned it on the show before, but I hate candy cinnamon.
You've never mentioned that.
Never. Let me tell you about how much I hate candy cinnamon. I fucking hate candy cinnamon.
Wow, that's a lot.
I know. So Fireball, I think Fireball's a Jim Beam product.
Don't know.
No, it's a Sazerac product, so
Okay.
it would be Buffalo Trace, or it's Sazerac owns Buffalo Trace, Sazerac owns Fireball. Well, there's apparently a lawsuit against Fireball.
Against Fireball?
Yes,
For what?
that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. So,
Well, it's a good thing you had prepared for this.
well, I just found it literally as I was
As you were
as
scrolling there.
going through things, it like popped up, and I'm like, oh, lawsuit against. Let's see what it says. So it's a recent lawsuit filed against Sazerac, which makes both claims that the convenience store version is misleading because the packaging is almost identical to the Boozy's older sibling, and one would have you read the very fine print on the bottle to know that it wasn't just smaller versions of the popular liquor. The label misleads consumers into believing that it contains distilled spirits, according to the class action lawsuit by Anna Marquez, an Illinois woman who claims she purchased small bottles assuming it contained whiskey. So apparently, based on that, there's two different versions.
Yeah.
There's a convenience store version that apparently doesn't have alcohol in it.
No, it does, but convenience stores can only sell up to, I think it's like 10%. So like 20 ABV.
No, this says right here. So, well, that yes, and so this says Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey, the spicy booze sold at liquor stores, is the drink most people are probably more familiar with. But Fireball Cinnamon, which is available at grocery stores, gas stations, and other places that are not permitted to sell liquor, is something else. The drink is debuted in 2020 and is actually a malt beverage flavored to taste like whiskey, and it's sold in small bottles that usually go for 99 cents. So it's not even Fireball. It's a version of Fireball,
right?
That is not
but
whiskey.
It's clear if you look at the bottle, it clearly says the percentage. It says everything about it. You just got to read. I get that it looks the same, but
apparently the labels are even different and the name is different.
Yeah, so I've seen them. They usually aren't sold in single little bottles. They're sold in 10-pack for $10, $9.99.
Yeah.
Or some places will have the bucket of them, which I think is like 20 bottles or however many bottles.
Yeah.
But it's a buck a piece. They're really low ABV because so when I got the moonshine pickles, the first time I saw them was driving back from North Canton. I was at a gas station.
Yeah.
You can't buy real liquor at just any gas station.
No.
So anybody trying to
especially
sue,
not in Ohio.
Right. That's I guess I should preface that, and I assume in a lot of other states too. But if you're trying to sue them thinking you were getting hard whiskey at a gas station, you're the idiot.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, it's like they're really pushing this.
When they first came out, I was like, there's some Fireball here, and I picked one up and I read it, and I was like, oh, that's not like Fireball.
So I want to see what the other label looks like. I got to find this shit. What did I say the name of this shit
Fireball Cinnamon.
was?
Pull it up on the computer.
I'm going to. I'm trying to make sure that I get the name right. And I just fucking read it. Yeah, Fireball Cinnamon. Yeah, I'm going to pull it up here. Don't calm your.
I'm gone. See, it's going to want to pull up Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey, which is going to give you the real.
Yeah, which is what I want to see. I want to see one.
And then the other.
And I want to see the other one.
So that little one right there, this like sixth picture over.
This one.
Yeah. That's the I believe the low proof.
Well, that's
ABV, I can't tell.
It won't zoom in. Give me a second. It's 66.
So that's the regular then.
Yeah, that's the regular shit, which is fine. So then I want what did we say it was?
Fireball Cinnamon.
Fireball Cinnamon.
So
Let's
take
get
out
rid of
whiskey. Malt. You might need to put in malt. I saw that pop up as a suggestion.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh, not cigars. Ugh. Fucking weirdo wants to drink that shit. That says
I think that's the
whiskey.
same thing.
I'm not seeing.
I mean, I've seen it.
I've seen them too.
At
Yeah,
gas stations.
I do too. But they're claiming the label's the same, and I think that's part of the. That's part of the reason.
Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey versus Fireball Cinnamon versus Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey.
There we go. That's what I want.
There we go.
Nope, that's Jack Daniels, Jack Daniels, Jack Daniels.
Well, that first one, the very first picture. I mean, it's a bad picture, but maybe we might have to go to wherever that's.
So this one just says fire. That says fire water, cinnamon.
And that does.
And the other one says Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey.
I guess I'm going to have to. Now I'm curious. I'm going to have to. Next time I see it at a gas station, I'm going to have to look again. And
yeah, because that's.
Really?
I mean, I know what fire water is. I have a bottle of fire water downstairs, but it is not this. It's actually like a black wrapped. The label is black wrapped with flames going up, and it says fire water.
Firewater, yeah. Well, that's old school stuff.
Yeah.
Firewater was.
But I don't. That's interesting.
4-pack. What's that 4-pack one?
Well, not one we're actually going to be able to see. Unfortunately, that says 33% by volume. I don't know. Fuck
anyway,
it. Okay, I'm over that shit. So, someone's suing Sazerac because
they're an idiot.
They don't know how to read a label properly, and we can't find the label. So maybe there's a case there.
maybe they have a point.
Maybe they do have a point. So I'm going to go ahead and try this.
Pinkies up.
Ooh.
Booker Pinkies up.
Ooh. Ooh. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. Whew.
That is bold.
That is good. Oh, it just keeps going.
Oh, there's the chest burn.
Oh, okay.
What's our percentage on this?
It's been a while since I've had something that's done that. This is 61.2%, so 122.4.
High proof.
It's a high proof.
High octane.
It's 6 years, 10 months, and 10 days aged.
That's very specific.
That's what they do. And this is it's Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. It comes in a box. I mean,
a wood box.
Usually you have to ask for it. It's behind the counter. This isn't something you're really typically going to find out on the shelf.
What's your price on this?
$100.
Okay.
Paid $100 for it.
Very, very bold.
Super bold.
I would say it's rich in flavor.
It's rich in...
It tingles the tongue and burns the chest.
And the cheeks, and the throat, and the teeth. Burns your teeth.
My teeth are on fire.
My teeth hurt.
In fuego.
Actually, I should have used this when I was having cavity issues earlier this week.
Probably.
Yeah, so last week I cracked a filling.
Nice.
And I had to go have it drilled out. And up until that point, like, it was...
Just pain?
Just, not like just walking
annoying.
around like, just annoying pain. Like, you chew on gum, annoying pain. You chew on... You're eating...
Penis.
Why would... No.
I don't know your life.
That's your life.
Oh.
I mean, don't...
Hey, my teeth don't hurt. I'm used to it.
I guess. Cracking fillings on hard-ons.
It's my favorite. This is really good.
Yeah, so anyway, I should have... Because I was drinking whiskey and just kind of letting it sit.
Trying to let it numb it.
And numb that tooth, and I probably should have just went straight for this shit.
It probably would have worked.
But I wanted to wait and share it with a friend, in quotes.
I'll take it.
So, I don't know. I got to go back and try it again.
Try it again. Give her another little sippy sip.
It is that second one, that burn. It isn't there immediately. Thank God.
No. It's not.
Heavy caramel on the front of the tongue.
I would agree
finishes with almost like a, I want to say like not baking spice, but like baking soda.
I was going to say it's got a different yeasty finish. Like I could eat this with a dinner roll. Drink this with a dinner roll. Like kind of an earthy nuttiness, maybe.
A little bit of nuttiness.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
But I'm getting. Remember when I don't know if you've ever had to do it because I used to just brush my teeth with baking soda.
I think I did like once when I was a real little kid at great grandma's house or something.
Yeah, and it's that like in the back of the jowls.
I don't remember that, but I don't know if I'd get that. I'd have to brush my teeth with it more recently, and it's good.
You should brush your teeth every day, at least twice a day.
Brush teeth every day. I did.
But yeah, I like it.
Actually
I
brought
like
some
this.
right before I came here.
I like this a lot.
It's really good.
I'm glad I brought it. I bought it. Now this isn't the same as the Patricia, whatever pick it was that I had down in Kentucky, but this is good nonetheless.
Very good. I'm ready to rate this. I'm giving this a 3.5.
I'm at a 3.5 as well. Unfortunately, if you didn't get a bottle, you won't be able to get a bottle. Sticking with I'm only buying shit that is in limited run production.
Limited run, high octane.
2023 is my limited run production year.
No, I'm still at 3.5. Very good.
I'm still at 3.5 though. I mean, there'll be other bottle. Ow!
If you're
Fuck,
just
that
now,
was sharp. Just stabbed myself in the wax.
how'd you get yourself wax?
Look at that.
That's still funny though.
I'm gonna stab you with it. Jesus, I'm gonna cut that off.
Probably a good idea. If you're new to our show, which I doubt you are,
Which I hope you are.
I hope you are. We rate 1 through 5 donuts, 5 being the absolute cream of the crop, top of the top. Go out and get it, find it, drive across country to get it, fly. Anything above a 2, about 2.5 is like, try it. If you see it, get it.
Yeah.
When we say 3.5, that means if you could get this, you should get this.
I would happily spend $20 more on secondary.
Oh, $20. I ain't gay, but $20 is $20.
Well, I mean, I won't spend. I have my little policy. I won't buy secondary because I won't spend any more than what retail is, the MSRP.
I put just a droplet of water in this. So complex now. Little less bold, but more complex, I think, is how I would describe it.
I literally put a drop of water.
Yeah, like I just put as little as I could with this rubbery, whatever straw you gave me, plastic straw. Reusable, whatever. Looks like a piece of tubing from like an HVAC system.
That's what it is.
Oh, that's fine.
I
Works.
pulled it out of the engine bay of the FJ.
My water tastes like antifreeze.
That's what I was hoping for.
I just die.
I like it better without the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still good.
I think it's bolder and richer without the water. I think it's more complex with it.
I don't know that it's more complex, but it does open it up. The baking spice comes through like super heavy now.
I didn't think it did.
And that burns back.
Is it? I don't
me,
have
it
any of
is.
the burn anymore. All right. So here's what I got for us today. Unfun facts we would be better off not knowing.
Okay.
Haven't read it. Saw the title and went, interesting. Let's just do it live so we get fresh reactions.
Par for the course.
Yep. So here we go.
We're still recording, just checking.
Just speaking of recording, here's the first one. Most laugh tracks used in sitcoms were created in the 1950s. You are hearing dead people laugh. It's kind of you're hearing dead people clap.
Forgot about this. There it is.
There it is.
They're all dead people.
They're all dead. It's kind of macabre. Laugh tracks were invented in the 40s. There's a bunch of other stuff, but I'm not going to read it all because it's just laugh tracks. According to research, 20% of office mugs carry fecal matter.
I actually heard the thing about the laugh tracks before.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I'd never thought of it because they're recorded.
Yeah.
But I never thought of, those people aren't alive right now. There's no way.
I've heard of it. I've heard of it. But I never thought about it. Like, never put any thought into it.
So office mugs aren't as big an issue anymore now. I mean, we both pretty much work from home. So.
I washed my office mug at least 3 times a day when I was in the office and kept it in its own drawer.
Where nobody could. I would wash
where nobody
it
could shit on it.
Just pull out of the cabinet. You grab your mug with your name on it, and there's just a big old turd.
It's like
just a log in the mug.
Who's shit in my?
Oh man!
No, I kept mine at my desk, as most people, I guess, would.
Oh, fridges. They have magnetic doors. Do you know why?
Well, no.
Because kids used to get stuck inside them.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
The old ones had the latches.
Yeah, because I have 2 that have latches.
Right.
I tried sticking my kids in there. They got out.
Somehow they got out. Friggin' Houdinis.
I even chained him up and put him in a thing of water, too. It's weird.
Only 18 states in the U.S. require sex ed to be medically accurate. I didn't know that.
Oh, well, you know what? At this point, I don't even think that's a factor anymore.
Yeah, no, I mean, kids are learning about stuff way too early.
I'm just talking about with you. Tomorrow, you could walk into anywhere you wanted and proclaim that you're a woman. You're a bearded woman, and sex ed means absolutely nothing anymore.
I don't know. I mean, when we were taught, it was mainly about abstinence. Which
guys can have babies.
No, they can't.
No, it's a thing.
I don't care.
Beth could proclaim that she is now a guy. I am a man, and I can have a baby.
People can proclaim they can fly, but if they jump off the Empire State Building, they're still going to die. I don't care what they proclaim.
Right.
Facts are facts.
I'm just saying.
And you know what's funny about it all is there's a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
And he gets pregnant.
And that was like a comedic thing back then because in the 90s, they were like, that could never happen. Here we are in 2023. And
we proclaim it's
pregnant
happening.
Women are saying, I'm a man. Like, look, just because you took drugs to grow a beard does not... Anyway.
Put some Rogaine on your face.
It only takes 7 pounds of force to rip someone's ear off.
Yes.
You do that one too?
You do that one too.
Man, you know a lot of these. Have you read this before?
No, but it's all stupid bullshit knowledge. Elephants can't jump.
This one I did know. There are more tigers in captivity in the U.S. than in the wild.
There are more tigers in captivity in Texas than in the wild. I knew that one too.
I didn't know that. I mean, makes sense,
all right,
I guess.
keep going.
Cockroaches will eat human flesh if given the chance.
Yes, they'll eat anything.
A lot of bugs will eat human flesh.
Yeah.
Your bones are not only wet, but also a little soft, a little flaccid.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it makes sense.
They're pliable.
They're submerged in liquid their entire lives. Your entire life.
This is a common thing. Your phone carries 10 times more bacteria than a toilet seat. I would say it depends on the toilet seat. In the phone.
Just lick my phone.
Tastes good.
Tastes like a phone.
Tastes like every other phone I've ever licked.
I mean,
tastes like the payphone on West Broad I licked one time.
You know what? I don't know that I would believe that one.
I'd say it depends because here's the thing. Most people clean their toilet fairly often.
Yeah, mine gets cleaned at least every 2 weeks.
So when the maid shows up?
Yeah, when the cleaning lady shows up. At least every 2 weeks.
So, but most people clean their toilets. I've seen some toilets that I know are worse than my phone.
Any outhouse or porta-john or
gas station. Yeah.
Grocery store.
Yeah. Public toilets can get downright.
It's because people don't give a shit. They'll just piss and shit on a...
And it never gets cleaned.
And it never gets cleaned.
I mean, there's times I'll accidentally pee on the side of my toilet. I wipe it off immediately. We have wet wipes in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'll wipe that off. And then, of course, cleaning the toilet on a regular basis helps.
Before I started, back 20 years ago, when I worked at Columbus Car Audio, before I started,
That's a blast from the past.
3 weeks before I started, they let a customer use the bathroom, and she
women are nasty.
Literally just bent over and explosive diarrhea against the wall. Didn't even sit on the toilet. She just poured her shit down on the wall, all over the toilet, everything. Thankfully, because it's a shop and everything's concrete, they threw out everything she shat on. They grabbed a hose and just fucking hosed down the bathroom, bleached the shit out of it, and then re-hosed it down again.
Let's see if you know this one. Human sperm is extremely nutritious for ants.
I didn't know it was for ants, but it is a
protein,
a great source for protein for your wife.
What?
Look up a bukkake.
No,
that is
like every cell in the human body. Sperm contains sugar molecules, and if there's one thing we know about ants, is they absolutely love some sugar.
Who is going outside and jacking off on their sidewalk?
Okay, first off, ants can get inside. Let's not just say this is for outside. Secondly, You ain't lived unless you've gone outside and jacked off on your sidewalk.
I mean, apparently I need to lay out front and jack off. There's little anthills all over my...
There you go.
I'll just go outside and be like, here you go, little guy.
People driving by, you just waving.
There you go.
Liz comes out like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm feeding
the ants.
I'm helping nature.
Nature or nurture? Which one is it?
I'm nurturing nature. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm ambidextrous.
Of course you are. So when you go out front, you can use either one.
Yep.
One arm gets tired, you just switch.
Stroking them with both.
This is when I wish we had video. According to studies, left-handers die at least 3 years earlier than those who are right-handed. I don't know how, why.
I don't know why that would be.
Why do you test that? Who was sitting there one day and go, huh?
Someone who's left-handed and wants to know when they're going to die.
Right.
They went to deathclock.com.
In 44 states, there's no legal minimum age in the U.S. for marriage as long as there's parental consent.
Yeah, and that's how you get, like, married kids off to...
I feel like though, there would be backlash and things would happen if
there
somebody's
is.
like marrying off their 9-year-old.
There was something I saw where they covered this because it may have been like one of those like Chicago PD or NCIS or whatever shows, and that actually, because all those shows are based off reality for the most part, like they tweak the story to make it work with the narrative for the show, but something like that happened where they like 12. I think she was like a 12-year-old girl was being married off to like some 40-year-old dude, and it's the whole polygamy
that's just
and
gross.
No, ugh.
I can't imagine being so sick in the head that I turned 40 this year, and I can't imagine even if somebody were to make that an available option, just being like, oh yeah, that sounds great.
There's whole religions around it.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I don't get on the religion thing. Fucking weird ass fanatics that do goofy shit like marrying fucking kids. Now, back in like the 1800s, people got married when they were like 13, 15.
They died when they were 22.
Died sooner.
We wouldn't be here if they didn't get married.
Right.
Oh, as a person reaches the end of their life, their senses fade. Hearing is the last sense to go.
Unless they're already deaf.
I mean, yep. Bah, 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 bah. I mean, I think that's kind of common sense, though. Everyone knows that.
Why? No shit.
The youngest mother to ever successfully give birth was how old?
Had 6.
5, close. And that was in 1939.
Which means, well, I'm not even going to get into that.
Yeah.
So puberty and everything starts way too soon at that point then.
Yeah.
Got to have a period to have a kid.
And she's still alive to this day.
Hooray.
It's weird. I don't want to interview that lady.
No.
It sounds weird. Oh, man. This is one I think we've touched on before. According to the Wall Street Journal, Disneyland is one of the most frequently visited places to scatter the ashes of deceased family members.
Yeah, we've done that one.
We've talked about creepy Disney stuff. According to researchers, the messy handwriting on doctor's notes kill over 7,000 people in the U.S. each year.
Which is why they're not allowed to do messy handwriting anymore.
Yeah.
Everything's done by computer.
Yep.
But back to the Disney thing. There is one movie that I can think of. There may be another one. There's one movie right now that comes to mind, and I don't know what made me think of it today, that Disney has completely banned and they're trying to wipe off the face of the earth.
What, the Song of the South?
Song of the South.
Yeah. That's been... I've looked for...
Actually, I found it.
Did you really?
I found the full version.
Online or...
Online.
I was going to say, if you have a copy of that, that's worth money.
No, I found the full version online. You can watch it.
Oh, man, that is unfortunate for Disney that the internet exists.
It's on...
Imagine if it existed way back when they were doing all that crap.
Oh, I know. Well, I mean, my whole thought is that was the way things were then. So everybody's trying to erase history. That's just the way things were.
Yeah, I don't...
So let it be. Put up whatever fucking woke-ass warnings you want to put on it. But don't try to hide the fact that you created something.
Well, that'd be like trying to, the Germans trying to say the Holocaust never happened.
Right.
Like, no, it did. Learn from it and move forward. That's the way I see the things.
And that's how I see it, too. Like, hiding the past doesn't...
When everybody's talking about...
I just sent it to
you. Great, I've got something to watch later.
Yeah.
Too bad football playoffs.
I mean...
But when everybody's tearing down the statue, they're like, they're trying to erase history. I don't agree with that because I don't want a statue of a Klansman up there.
Either do I. But I also think...
But I don't want to not remember or teach what evil has happened in our country.
But I think there was a better way to handle that. Instead of tearing down statues, they could have taken the statues and put them in a museum. No, just put them in a museum.
That's what I said. I said, let people learn about the history.
It's a part of the history.
Make sure they know the true history.
Yes. Well, history is written by the winner, so.
Yep.
And at this point,
writes the history books.
Well, I think the tides are turning on this woke bullshit.
They are.
But
I've read or heard. I can't remember if it was I think it was a YouTube thing, but I also read something. It's been a couple months now that the newest generation is starting to want to get back to going in stores to see things because when you order crap online and don't fit or it's.
Oh, Lexi hates shopping online.
Yeah, you order a chair and it comes in and it's like a Barbie-sized chair,
Or you order a bottle of beer online and it ends up being a tiny-ass bottle of beer.
Keebler Elf bottle of beer. 99 bottles of beer on the wall.
Lexi hates
but
shopping online.
A lot of room. Yeah, so I think that like we're coming back around where the younger generations are realizing kind of what we're saying. All the social media is bullcrap.
Think about who's raising that generation right now.
No, I know.
You and I, who hate the shit that...
Well, and we had to learn it. Because when social media first came out, everybody was like, here's what I had for dinner. And then it got real political real fast, and it causes divides.
Yeah.
And it just became too much.
Right, and that's the one thing I've been teaching Lexi. Like, make your own opinions based on information that you have, and also research things. Look things up. Don't just base an opinion because fucking Joe Schmo said something. If you're curious about it, research it first before you make your opinion. Don't just snap to judgment like I do on pajama pants.
Right.
If you wear pajama pants in public, you're fucking white trash.
I think people that wear pajama pants in public don't care that everybody knows they're white trash.
Well, and that's the thing I tried to explain to Harley the other day because she wanted. I hate that the schools are like, oh, we're gonna have PJ Day because you did this thing.
I did see your comment about the PJ Day,
and Harley's like, I don't understand why I can't wear PJ pants and PJs to school. I'm like, because your PJs are just a really big T-shirt.
Well, that'd be a problem then, yes.
I said, you're not wearing, you don't wear PJ pants to sleep. You don't have like PJ sets that you wear to sleep. You have shirts that I've given you, and that's usually what you end up wearing.
Yeah, that I would not send if I had a daughter.
And I wouldn't send her in that either.
Obviously.
But then she goes, well, can I wear one of the shirts that I sleep in with a pair of pants under it? I'm like, no. Because now you just look like you're wearing an oversized shirt.
Because you're wearing jeans and your dad's shirt.
Yeah, it just looks like
kind of weird.
You stole something out of my closet to wear to school. I said, no. I said, just wear some clothes. Well, I don't get it. I said, you ever see people, in downtown Lancaster? I said, they're walking around. I said, they got PJ pants on. I said, look at how they're dressed. I said, they usually have on like a T-shirt. They're probably not well off for the most part, or mentally right in some cases.
I said they just want to be comfortable.
I said you can be comfortable in fucking sweatpants, but
that is true.
I said they're always carrying a plastic bag with them because they left a convenience store just recently. I said, you know what's in that plastic bag? I said it's a log of fucking bologna.
Okay, first
I
off,
said, and
down.
There's a pack of cigarettes in there.
Okay, pass on the cigarettes, but leave my bologna alone.
Oh, fuck bologna. Bologna's disgusting.
Fried bologna is amazing.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Ooh. No. I said it's always bologna and cigarettes.
I've never understood that about you.
What?
How you bag on bologna but eat hot dogs.
I don't even really eat hot dogs.
No, but you will. You don't bag on hot dogs.
I will if I have to.
Right. I'm not saying it's a staple in your diet. But
no.
You'll eat a hot dog, but you're disgusted by bologna, which is just hot dog pancakes.
Yeah. I know.
It's just funny.
It's because I grew up fucking eating bologna, like cold bologna sandwiches with ketchup, and I hated it.
I mean, if you hated it.
Fucking hated it. Like my mom would always make American cheese, bologna, and ketchup sandwiches. And I'm like, I don't want this. She's like, you're going to eat this. I'm like, ugh, I don't.
Delicious.
And I hated it.
You don't like ketchup either. Is that why you don't like ketchup now?
No, I don't like ketchup because I think ketchup I've always not liked ketchup. Ketchup is only good, in my opinion, ketchup is only good for fries, on top of meatloaf while it's baking, and in a barbecue sauce.
Meatloaf.
And I guess cocktail sauce. Because I make my own cocktail sauce, and that's ketchup.
I just use ketchup to make Bloody Marys. Rabies has a fatality rate of 99.9%.
Yes, it does.
If it's
Have you seen some of the videos of fucking foxes and shit with rabies?
Some of them, but not a lot.
Oh, my God.
You got to pull it up. If it is diagnosable, it will be almost certainly deadly.
Yes. And if a human gets it, they have to get to the hospital within an hour or two, or else they're going to end up dying as well.
I do know it's the most deadly disease in terms of its mortality rate. That one I did know.
Yeah, in animals, it's 100% deadly. It's not even 99. That shit is... Motherfuckers be dying. What's this one? Let's see what this one is. Hey, Ohio, get hyped. You can fucking gamble now. Jeez, I'm getting so fucking tired of seeing DraftKings commercials. All right, let's see if I can get this to switch over to the right sound device. Once I figure out where the goddamn sound is. There it is. There we go.
So get hyped, Ohio.
Get hyped, Ohio. You can skip the ad now.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app.
There we go.
Rabbit.
How long is this video? Is 2 minutes. So let's see what we got here.
Is one of the most terrifying diseases.
That's going to be like a long explanation. I just want to see somebody on rabies. I don't need...
You need medical attention.
That's like Aldi version Bob Saget explaining it to me.
Yeah.
In 1955, this man was attacked by a rabid wolf. The medical team at the Pasteur Institute in Iran filmed the progression of his disease.
Oh, they filmed the progression.
They just filmed it instead of helping him?
I don't know. They don't know. They could have helped him.
Did they know how
This
to back
man
then?
developed symptoms of rabies.
Oh, he's gonna throw up. No, maybe. Is he gonna throw up?
He displays a characteristic restlessness and agitation.
That's me every day.
You have rabies.
I have lifelong rabies.
As a precaution against the convulsions which commonly occur,
They tied him down.
the patient is secured hand and foot. The most familiar clinical symptom of rabies is associated with difficulty.
Oh, he's foaming at the mouth.
When fluid comes in contact with the throat, it is violently expelled, at the same time producing painful, spasmodic muscular contractions.
Look at his eyes.
Dude, this is freaking me
The
out,
medical
man.
team could do
Well,
nothing
and it's in
but
black and
document
white.
this man's rabies.
Which doesn't make it any better.
Within
It looks
5
like
days,
a horror movie.
It is a horror
dead.
movie. I missed that last part about him being
with rabies
dead.
is that, unlike most
They said within
diseases,
5
which
days
Mother
he was
Nature's
dead.
merciful, in which you lapse into coma or obtunded, with rabies, as you're dying, you are intermittently fully coherent, and you can fully express verbally to your family how scared you are, how awful it is, and how you know you're going to die.
Ooh.
So for that reason,
Well, that's
it's
fucking
really,
awful.
really feared.
The thing
This
about rabies
being,
is
like,
that it
recorded back
affects
then, you can see the sweat
nervous
beads on him
system.
like
it's in
It affects
4K.
the brain, the spinal cord, the thinking parts of a
High
mammal.
def black
and
and
it doesn't
white.
just randomly wreck those thinking parts. It changes them in a specific way to help the virus succeed.
What?
Western
checking
medicine has
dilation.
made a lot of progress in fighting rabies. In fact, if you get rabies from an animal, there will be several weeks before you get symptoms, and there's still time in there for medicine to work. But once those symptoms develop, that virus has made its way into your brain. And at that point, medicine may
You're
not
dead.
be able to help you at all.
Wow.
You become a werewolf. That was crazy. I'd never seen that.
I need videos of this. So I've seen like, there's one where like this fox is like licking this woman's window.
That
This one right here.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, this one. Give me.
I think I have seen that.
I want to see it on YouTube. I don't want to see it. No, I lost it. There it is. Yeah, this one. He's like trying to bite the
trying to
window.
bite
And look at
the,
his eyes. They're like rolled in the back of its head.
Dude, that's when you fully load double op buckshot.
Right through the
I'd
window.
shoot right through the window, dude. I'd just take it out.
Yeah, well, I mean, at this point, it's going to be dead within a couple hours. You just let it
Or I'd look out another window and
lick the window.
yeah, I got.
I
two
wouldn't
young
want to take a
kids, man.
chance.
I'm not-
I wouldn't want to take a chance at it not dying from getting shot point blank.
I'd go up to the second floor and shoot down. Then,
I'd
I'd find some way to put that thing out.
As long as it wasn't on my deck. I don't want to put holes in my deck.
You better hope I'm not here when Rabid Fox comes up on your back deck, starts licking your. Oh man, I'd go straight into one of the girls' rooms, open the window, and here you go. Here's your $50. Replace that board I put a
Look
hole
at that
in.
tongue, though. You should dip your balls in that.
Oh man,
Is that fucked up?
it is. Moving on.
Moving on.
In medieval Europe, many people would pay executioners to drink the blood of the freshly executed warm from the gallows,
Oh, that I didn't
believing
know.
it to be a powerful health tonic.
That's weird.
Yeah. And I'm not reading all the details on it. They thought it could give you good health and make you younger. Despite popular belief, hair and nails do not grow after death as the body dries out. The nail beds and skin on the head retract, so the nails and hair seem longer.
That's interesting because I was always under the impression that they continued to grow.
Nope. Apparently it does not. It's just everything starts, fading away, so they seem longer because everything's retracting.
Interesting.
It's no longer.
Interesting.
Graves being 6 feet deep came from the 1665 plague outbreak in England. The mayor of London decided the burial depth to be 6 feet to limit the spread of disease. So I guess we don't have to bury them that deep anymore.
No, shallow graves are amazing.
Yeah, they're great. We have many of them out back.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably a couple in my backyard somewhere.
This is a really well-known one. Mount Everest is littered with the bodies of 200 frozen and failed climbers.
Yes. You
think-
walk by them as you're climbing
Yeah, they're still there.
because there is no way to rescue them.
What is it? Orange boots or green boots is the real famous one.
I think so, yeah.
It's
We
like-
talked about it once.
Yeah, it's like a marker that you're halfway up there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's the old dead guy. We're halfway there, folks. Let's keep going.
Look, I see dead people.
I see dead people. He's laying right there, frozen. People know when death is near. In their final moments, people feel what is known as an existential slap. Sounds like something you'd do if you came back to haunt people.
Oh, I would slap the shit out of somebody.
It's when a person knows on a deep level that death is coming.
Okay. How do they know that?
So I'll read what they say on this. Palliative care is a name given to those who make it their business to care for people on their deathbeds. A common experience described by those who work in this field is what is known as the existential slap. The slap being the sudden grasp of the nearness of death and an awareness that their time to pass is fast approaching. So this isn't like you get shot in the head or run over by a truck you didn't see coming.
Right. You're laying in
You're
bed.
laying there and all of a sudden you're like, it's time.
I see the light.
I see. It's so beautiful. The Second World War claimed the lives of roughly 80% of all Soviet males that were born in 1923. It's an oddly specific year, but
Yes, it is.
I mean that makes sense. That was a big bad war.
Okay.
A male honeybee drone lives for only 50 days, dying quickly after he reaches maturity and mating with the queen bee.
And dies.
But what a way to go out!
Yeah.
Queen bee's got to be such a slut. Just sleeping with the whole hive, and then they puke up honey, and she's like, "Yay!"
They don't puke. Well, yeah. Yeah, they do. I was gonna say, she doesn't puke up honey.
Brain.
She gets baby birded. Baby bird.
This is fun. Brain aneurysms are sudden, almost impossible to predict, and can happen to anyone. The only warning signs are those of a migraine.
I always have migraines.
Yeah, so does Beth. So now every time she has a migraine, we'll be like, well, is it a migraine or an aneurysm? So that's good. I'm glad I'm reading this list.
Please be an aneurysm. Please be an aneurysm.
There is more plastic than plankton in the oceans.
I'm not
sense.
surprised.
Yeah.
China makes a ton of fucking pollution.
Well, there's that floating island of trash
There is that
circling
too.
the globe.
But I blame China mostly.
Tapeworms can grow up to 32 feet long inside of an adult human body.
Yes.
Oh, don't pull up a video of a tapeworm.
Nope.
I've
It's
seen
not
it.
a video of a tapeworm in a human.
It's a video of a tapeworm in what? Oh, I don't want to see this.
Let's see if we can find if I can find the image. There it is. That's a tapeworm coming out of a grizzly bear's ass.
Nasty.
Isn't it? They get it. So they develop tapeworms from eating salmon.
All the raw
and,
fish
and trout and shit. Yeah.
Gross.
And they just, look at that.
Ugh. It's like Christmas tree tinsel after your dog eats it off the
Actually, that'll kill your dog.
Christmas tree.
There's another one. Bear swimming and big bundle of tapeworm.
Gross.
That's for you.
Horses can be omnivores if hungry enough and are known to eat baby birds.
Yeah, I've actually seen videos of that on Instagram too. Nature is Metal is like a great Instagram account.
Yeah, I follow that one now, and there's another one. When whales die of old age, they simply become too exhausted and drown as they lose strength to resurface.
Yeah.
That's a horrible way to die.
Well, I mean, it's
nature, but
it's metal.
You're just drowning.
You just drown, yeah. I mean, that's that one I knew too.
No wonder so many whales beach themselves. They're like, screw it, I ain't going to make it up here another time. I might as well just lay up here and
just lay here and
see what happens.
And then die.
And then get blown up by dynamite, and then it rains down and kills people and
500-pound chunks of flesh, destroying everything.
That one's stupid. That one's too well known. Woodpeckers wrap their tongues around their brains to protect them from the vibrations of their drilling.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
I knew something about the tongues, but I didn't know they wrapped it around their brain.
I had a fucking woodpecker that was land on our roof and poke at the ridge vent. So the ridge vent's made of aluminum. You start
sound like a real tiny jackhammer on metal.
And it woke Liz and I up one morning at 5:30 in the morning, something like that. You just hear. I'm like, what the hell? And she goes, what is that? I go outside. And there's a fucking redheaded fucking woodpecker out there just
going to town.
Going to town on my roof.
Ancient Romans would gargle urine as a primitive form of mouthwash.
Yes.
Oh, you knew that one?
Knew that one.
I did not know that one. Nasty.
Yeah, because it was because of the enzymes and shit in urine. They thought that it actually cleaned your mouth.
Gross.
Yeah, it is. Let me pee in your mouth and your breath stinks. You got halitosis.
Bus seats are designed with ugly patterns intentionally to disguise graffiti and, most importantly,
stains
left by previous passengers.
Yeah, which is why I don't ride a bus.
Gross.
Public transportation is not my thing.
Yeah, I knew that one. That's dumb. That's dumb.
This is great podcasting.
Yeah, I mean, we
that's
covered,
dumb.
We covered some good ones.
That's dumb. Knew that. That's dumb.
Here's one I didn't know, and I think we should experiment with. We can do a test right here at your house. Pistachios, if stored in large enough quantities and without the proper measures, can spontaneously combust.
Large enough quantities. What is that?
Stored in large quantities. Sorry, I added enough.
Right. Stored.
Pistachios are not.
How? What is large quantities? It's not a jar.
No.
Are we talking like 500 pounds of pistachios?
All the fat, combustion.
Because I'm sure that creates some sort of.
They're not kept in a cool, dry, and well-spaced storage. It doesn't say how much is large. It says the yummy nut has a high fat content. Roughly 45% of the total mass of each nut is fat.
Yeah.
Well,
they're good for you.
Roughly 100% of the total mass of each of my nuts is fat, but yeah, it doesn't say. I think we should just we'll just keep adding to it. It blows up. It says if not kept in a cool, dry place, we'll put them outside. It's fine.
But it's cool and dry outside.
We'll do it in the summer then. We'll just put them out backyard behind the pool, and you'll be out there like lunch one day, and all of a sudden be like fireworks.
Yeah, I don't want that. We're not doing that.
Pistachios. I don't
want pistachios in my fucking pool.
Oh man. No, bubblegum is illegal in Singapore.
Good.
You can only have it if you have a doctor's note.
Yeah, because people.
Why would a doctor give you a note for bubblegum?
So there are benefits to chewing gum. It creates saliva that would help, in some cases, help from like tartar buildup.
Okay.
Or Nicorette.
Strengthen your jaw.
But the reason that they're not allowed to have gum is you can't throw gum on the sidewalk. You get caned for that shit.
Yeah.
You can't spit on the sidewalk either.
Get your lips cut off.
I would be like up shit creek because I'm always blowing snot rockets.
Yeah, you're mainly on your own property though.
I do it when I'm in public too. I did it the other day. I was up at Easton.
Barbie dolls used to be sold alongside her teenage best friend Midge, who was pregnant. I've never heard of Midge.
I've never heard of Midge either.
What a name. Midge sounds like one of those twin sisters of Marge Simpson.
I think it might be.
It could be. Oh, man, there's something about Kanye's mom dying.
Yeah, I don't care about Donda.
Yeah. Donda.
He literally did a song to her name, to her heartbeat as she died.
So dumb.
Because he's such a fucking moron.
Cats can be allergic to humans. Good.
Okay.
I don't like them. Atlantic bluefin tuna can cook itself if it becomes too stressed due to its warm blood.
Oh,
That'd be kind of nice.
that'd be tasty.
Yeah, your dinner just cooks itself. And
Let's just hook it and then just make it swim.
yeah, you just get fresh cooked, already cooked fish.
I'm all for that.
In England and Wales, it's legal to drink alcohol on private premises from the age of 5.
I mean, really, you can do that anywhere.
Yeah, you just don't tell.
Yeah. Or, parents' permission.
Japan's criminal conviction rate is 99.9%. They don't care.
I'm not surprised.
The last 2 living speakers of the Mexican Ayapaneco language won't speak to each other.
Perfect. Hatfield and McCoy's.
Yeah, it's the last 2 people that know this language won't talk, so they're just mute, I guess.
Mexican Hatfield and McCoy's.
There you go.
All right. Let's wrap
About
this up.
done.
We're at an hour and some.
That's good.
Cool. Well, I think I'm going to name this episode Elephants Can't Jump.
That works for me.
Hey, Google. Can elephants jump?
On the website science.org, they say, despite what you may have seen in your Saturday morning cartoons, elephants can't jump, according to a video by Smithsonian. And there's one simple reason: they don't have to. Most jumpy animals, your kangaroos, monkeys, and frogs, do it primarily to get away from predators. People also sometimes ask me, what happens if elephants jump? Do you want to hear the answer?
Yes.
On the website a-c-animals.com, they say, what would happen if an elephant did jump? If an elephant were to jump, the pressure on the knees and ankles could cause injuries.
I was right.
Elephants live a long time, often 50
Hey,
to
Google.
70 years.
Stop. Stupid ass. I'm going to call this episode Elephants Can't Jump.
Works for me.
Cool. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, that thing.
It's the Google Twitstagram.
I'm Martelle. He's Randy. We're out.
Goodbye.